What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I am back with an all new show. Well, it's coming to the mid premiere. Half of it premiered last year, and we're getting to the other half. But I will be reviewing it for the first time. But I've been an avid viewer of this show ever since it started. It is Growing Up Hip Hop. All right, now let's get into it. We are back for another season. There's a lot more happening, a lot more drama, issues, legalities. Let's get into it. We see Tretch and Tyran. Tretch is meeting Tyran at his dojo, and he's doing his karate. He talked about having spoken to TT. He said she's good, the baby's good. They're selling to a new place. Have they spoken to have TT and Egypt spoke? No, they have not. It's really hurting Tretch that pretty much majority of his family members are not vibing. They're not talking. They're not hanging out. But Tretch, that's on your daughter's fault. That's your daughter, and that's Peppa's fault. That's why. So, my phone that unlocked. There it goes. So then we're talking about a situation with Sam and Egypt. Sam and Egypt had a situation a while back, and Tretch don't know the whole story. He's only heard from what people told him. He had to find out what happened because he thought that he had enough close relationship with his kids that they can tell him about anything. But no. So his wife comes in. She said she knows what happened, but the version that she told him it isn't making sense to what he heard. So Tyran broke it down and said, I heard that Sam's friend was getting in trouble. He was getting attacked. Sam jumped in to help. He was losing. Egypt thought it would be a good idea to come in and deck another guy. So right there, he has an issue with that because first of all, I trust this boy to take care of my daughter. Now I'm finding out they're out here fighting and my daughter's out here fighting. What the hell's going on? Somebody's not giving me the 411, the whole rundown. What's going on here? You know? And he does not tolerate or what's not going on and nobody's telling me. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. And apparently there's been guns involved because obviously it is a lots of bits and pieces that's not being added and they're not being pieced together in a right way to explain the story. But he wants to get to the bottom of it and he's going to have a conversation with Egypt because this is crazy. So we get to Little Twist. What's up, Little Twist? He's in the studio mixing some music. Mac Man comes in the building. He's telling Little Twist, what's up, what's going on, how you been? Twist said, I got some good news, I got some bad news. All right, hit me with the good news. I love you. All right, what's up, what's going on? Well, during COVID, I went back home to Dallas to be with my mother. And one day I'm out riding. I'm riding out in the car, just cruising, but I had a gun on me. And I got pulled over. I got a call. They told me I have to go back to Dallas and get this whole situation handled. But the way that it's looking, I could be going to jail. And this could be viewed as my last strike. He's looking like, what? What you mean? And first of all, why did you get pulled over? Oh, because you had a gun. Well, first off, you're a convicted felon. You're not allowed to carry. Even in Dallas, he said, we're allowed to carry. Oh, yeah, if you're not a convicted felon, you can't carry. So right now, he has to go through all of this. He's afraid. He's nervous. He's scared. And McMahon felt like, bro, what you doing? How dumb can you be? What was you thinking? Oh, right, you weren't thinking. How could you think it was cool for you to be cruising with a gun knowing that you can't do that? You thought that was cool? How did you think that was cool? Bro, you a grown-ass man. Doing shit like that is not cool. That's not gangster. Gangster is not running around the car with a gun. No. Gangster is learning how to be free. That's gangster, okay? So, of course, Lil Twist is feeling some type of way because he felt like this is a part of me. I had a rough past. This is not me, but I know this is what I've done. I gotta get dealt with. I'm just gonna go in the court with my head held high. Like, I appreciated Mac Main in this moment because he was reading the shit out of Twist. Because he said, this is some bullshit, bro. This is some bullshit. Are you serious right now? He put it into a whole perspective for him. Because right now it's looking like, what the hell can we do? You out here making music, making money, putting money in your mother's mouth, helping out with your nephews. You won't be able to do that if you're in jail or if you're dead in the grave. Can't make no money if you're in jail or dead. Can't do that. Because He's talking about if it wasn't for the cop finding him or finding the gun or the way they looked at it so he can't find the gun, it wouldn't have been there. He said, no, fuck that. No, that's not my problem no, that's not my problem. My problem is, how could you think that you can get away with it? How? No matter what. That cop did what he was supposed to do. He pulled you over, found out you had a weapon that you wasn't supposed to have. He did his job. You take responsibility that you put yourself in that situation. Right now, I don't want to hear no sorries. I just want to hear it's not going to happen again. Because at the end of the day, you being a black man out here, it's already hard enough for a black man to leave his home. But to be able to come back home is a blessing. It is a blessing to be able to leave your home, go to work, and come home without nothing happening to you. You made it so easy for this man to paint you out to be who you are, where it made it hard for you to come home. Right now, you need to figure out a way for this to happen, because this ain't looking good. We're backing you up for your career. You making it look like you're a liability now, and that's not good. Fix this shit. I was so here. I was like, come on, Mac Man. Come on. You better speak it. You better speak it, because Lil Twist, you know better. You know better. I'm disappointed. Disappointed. Moving on. Angela, Vanessa, and Cree. They're on a boat in Miami having a good time drinking mimosas. Angela drops the bomb that she's moving to Atlanta. Vanessa, of course, never know what's going on with her sister until she's finding out at the last minute, because Angela be leaving Vanessa out on purpose because she knows what Vanessa's going to say and doesn't want to hear it, but still wants her to help her out if she needs help. So she said, what happened to living in Miami? I thought Miami was the place to be. She said, I know, but I have more support system back in Atlanta because his family, his father's side of the family, they're there. I have more help, and that's what I want to do. So when did you make up this decision? How long did you really think about this? Are you for sure, for sure? I mean, yeah, I thought about it. It's been a couple of months, but yeah, you thought about it. A couple of months is all it took for you to think about. And you say, yes, that's good. Okay. All right. And you sure? Yeah, I'm sure, because right now, I know that it might look a little weird that I uprooted from New Jersey to Miami, now to Atlanta. I think my son is now old enough to settle down with his father's side of family and develop roots, basically. Because they're talking about, Creed popped in the conversation and was talking about, being the product of entertainment. We're the children of entertainment people. Everybody's busy, don't have much help. So you got to look at other ways of receiving help. So she thought, why not go to my baby daddy's side? She's concerned, of course. This is a big decision. You want to make sure you did. Did you consult? Like, you went through all this and didn't consult with me? She said, look, I already did it. I already got the house. Everything's all signed. I was waiting for them to close. You bought the house already? Yeah, I already talked to daddy and mommy. It's all good. Knowing. But Angela would never admit it. But I feel like, what's the reason? I mean, you moved from New Jersey to Miami. And I thought you were having a good time living in Miami. I thought your son enjoyed the water, enjoyed the beach, enjoyed the atmosphere, and now you're uprooting him to Atlanta. Granted, she got the money to do it, but I don't know. It seems like, what's the real reason? What's the real reason, Angela? What's up? Because you'll never admit your real reason as to why you would just up and move. Like last season, how you moved to Miami for a dude who did not want to be in a relationship with you. You felt stupid. You felt played. And now you had no choice but to could fill out your lease agreement for that house. And now since it's over, I have another excuse to pack up and move. Okay. So, of course, Vanessa's always worried when Angela makes these rash decisions and don't tell anybody until the last minute. And she doesn't know if it's about a guy or something else, because she does not know everything. But fine. So after that, they're talking about going back to New York to see their brand new nephew and have a girls' night at the rooftop. Tretch and Lazy Bone. Hey, Lazy Bone, how you doing? They're at the pool, at the pool club, just talking it up, talking about how all the things that they went through to get here. And we didn't have no guidance or who to trust in the industry. Who do we rely on? How can we view where our money was going? And now we have our kids. They're coming up really good, really blessed, but yeah, they're losing their damn minds. Not being able to be around, no one don't want to be around each other, don't want to interact. We have huge families, but yet nobody wants to be around one another. The entitlement these kids have is crazy. We fought to get out the ghetto. They fighting like they're from the ghetto. Girl, bye. And Lazy Bone talked about the life that he lived. He was shot at the age of 16. He was shot in the back of the head. His friend was on the ground dying. It's crazy how he saw so much before he reached the age of 18, and how one friend didn't even reach the age of 18, which is extremely sad. And knowing that I have a lot of respect for life, because life is short and life is not forever. Then they were talking about the beefs, all of the rap beefs that happened in their time, dealing with Eazy-E's death, Tupac's death. It was a lot that we went through. So it's a blessing that our kids don't have to go through that. But at the same time, we got to figure out how to teach these kids things differently. Don't think like how we did. Think differently. One different. Because right now we're dealing with the issue with Sequoia, who's JoJo's Haley's daughter, and she has an issue with one of the Simmons. Y'all remember last season that at the end, was at the last episode, Sequoia makes her grand entrance at the showcase, but it made her not be likable right then and there, because she had an issue with Angela, because she got mad at Angela for being with her baby daddy. But at the same time, we don't know the whole story, but just the way that she came off to Angela was that she was mad at her for stealing her man. But yet, if he was Angela's ex, then you were just a baby mama. You had no relationship with him. Then Tanise got in the mix because she didn't like her energy. So we got to figure that out, because I think Lazy Bones is a manager, producer, because he believes that she could be a real superstar, and he wants to be a positive influence on her, because we started the legacy, but you guys got to continue the legacy, because y'all not going to be creating wars with everybody else that we don't need to have, that we don't have to have this. We are not back. We're not back in those times anymore. Right now, we just need to work together and come forward. That's it. JoJo, they're enjoying their life with their new baby boy. It's exciting. They finally got their boy. He manifested it. This entire scene, I got mad at JoJo. I got mad. So he's yelling, complaining about, how do I fill up the bottle? Is it 2 ounces, 4 ounces? I don't know. She comes down and she's like, don't act like this your first time having a baby. Okay, in the last 6 years. Granted, okay, you have to start from scratch, but there's a thing called label. Read it. And they haven't spent a lot of time together due to the baby, due to the sleeping schedules. He's brand new to the world. You got changing, feeding, lack of sleep, lack of being around each other. So y'all got to worry about how to get that together. Trust me, I know all too well about that. I have 2 kids, and you have to figure out a way to have as much time with your significant other as you can. So I don't know. To me, JoJo was complaining a lot about how there wasn't enough time to sleep, there wasn't enough time to cook, there wasn't enough time to do this, and the food came because they ordered out. And Tanisha's just over there fawning over her baby boy. He's so cute. He's so handsome. Little light bright. He's so adorable. And she wants to remind him how when they first had their daughter, JoJo worked for... No, JoJo, no. JoJo stayed behind and be a stay-at-home dad for a whole year while she worked a 9 to 5. Then when he went back to working on his career, she took the reins over and became a stay-at-home mom. Now she held a lot of things back, held a lot of her careers, her wants, her needs back, be able to be a supportive partner for him and his dreams. But now they have a brand new baby. She does not want to jump back into letting things slide, letting things that she wants to be on hold. She wants to still look forward to doing things for herself, right? Also, not just, career-wise. Also, she wants to be able to go out, have a good time with her girls, go to the gym, take a walk. At the same time, she's trying to tell him what she would like him to help her with. He's just looking uninterested. He's drinking his food. He's eating his sandwich, just completely ignoring her, in my opinion. And she was like, I need more help. You think you can, make it where we can still be partners, because All the responsibilities are going to be put on me. Now, he got defensive because he felt like you're saying I didn't help. I don't help. She said, I'm not saying that. I literally just said you were with our baby girl for a whole year. So you are helping. I'm just saying I don't want me to go jump back into a routine where I am holding the things that I want back because I'm taking care of the kids. Because you're doing what you want to do, right? Without any hesitation, without any pausing, nobody's telling you to slow down. You're still moving your natural speed, right? I just wanted to be fair that when I get a chance to do it, I don't want to hear I need help or you need. I just wanted to be fair. That's all. Be back to being partners. And he getting frustrated because he does not want it to be perceived as if she's doing all of the work and he's a deadbeat dad right now. So he said, first of all, y'all cut the cameras down. Cut the cameras down so I can deal with the real issue with my family. Put them down, put them down. JoJo, we can still see you and we can still hear you. Your mic, there is a camera directed right at you in this conversation. So they're not putting the cameras down. Anyway, so you try to make it seem as I don't help? Is that what you're trying to do? Because don't make it seem as if like I'm not helping you. Because that's how it's going to look to them. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be real with me, be real with me on camera and off camera. Don't wait until us on camera. You want to pay me out to be this person. Because I'm not. I know I'm helping. I'm helping. She said, that's not what I said. I did say you're helping. I just want to be able to ask you for help or ask you, can you take the kids? I want to go for a walk. Can you take the kids? I want to go to the gym. Can you take the kids? I want to go out with my friends. That's all she wanted you to do. So he said, okay, well, put him down. You know what I'm saying? If you want to walk, just put him down. Just tell me. Just tell me when you want to do it and I'll figure out a way to help you. She said, fine, okay. But when he told her, when she said she wanted to go for a walk because he was chilling and she don't want to put him down, he said, see, why you complain about you want to go for a walk, but you can't put your baby down? Listen, when you've had a child and you're battling of wanting to have a break, but you also still want to be in that love bubble with your life in front of you. A baby that you just carry for 9 months, birthed into this world. You're looking at him. He is a beautiful specimen. This is a beautiful child that we created. You're just in awe. You're just in love, okay? So, and it's hard to pry away from a baby from a mother. Trust and believe they be attached to the chest. They attached to the aura of being a mommy. Hence why mommy is the only name that they're calling, okay? So I just feel like JoJo, until you know until you know what it means to push out a baby and be at one, be at until you know how don't need to be acting like it's easy to just put down a baby. It's just put him down. Go ahead, just put him down. That's what my husband did to me. When I'm trying to create a nice, safe break, he'd be like, just do it. Do you not know what I gotta do to prepare to put them down? Do you not know? Okay. So Angela and Vanessa comes by so they can say hi to the baby. Angela got a whole lot of clothes that she can give them. And Angela invites Denise out for dinner, for the rooftop dinner with the girls. JoJo was like, oh, what you mean, all of her or just us? No, her. She can get out. What you mean? Yeah, okay. So she can get out. She deserves to get out. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I love that. Hold up, you said you only wanted freedom for work. No, we just had a conversation how I wanted to do more than just work. I wanted to go out with my friends, go out to the gym. JoJo, don't have selective hearing. Don't do that. Anyway, moving on. This is a quick scene. Angela's packing for a condo. It's really surreal that she's really moving. Vanessa wants Vanessa asks if she's going to hook up with Bow Wow when she sees him because they're going to get that going. I don't want to hear that no more. That's over and done with. Move on from that. Thank you very much. Creed wants to hook up Angela on a blind date, and she said she might do a matchmaker, but Vanessa said let nature take its course. But the reason why Creed wants to hook her up so that she can find her a surgeon so she can get free lipo. After that quick scene, so we get to the dinner. All the girls meet up. Denise, TT, Vanessa, Angela, and Creed, right? So she's talking about the move to Atlanta. She closed the house and she has about another week to move out there, and it's crazy. So everybody arrives, but soon as TT arrives in her gorgeous form-fitting dress, she sees TT. Now TT is smiling, saying, "Hey girl, how you doing?" Cree instantly has an issue. She instantly is uncomfortable. She said, "I didn't know you were going to be here. I did not know you were going to be here." Nobody told me that you were going to be here. Why didn't y'all tell me that she was going to be here? I might need to have a conversation with you and you because she's here. Why is she here? So, of course, everybody was looking like we're smiling, happy, but yet Cree's energy is down all of a sudden because Tahiri's here. Okay, so we're going to have a conversation because Cree said the one thing about me is I'm not about to be having a kumbaya moment with someone that I got an issue with. So we're going to have a conversation because this is where it needs to be. All right, so here in that conversation, Vanessa and Angela are taking it back because where is this coming from, right? And last season, Cree and Savannah were talking about TT, right? And Cree did not want to. Cree started off with the one thing that I don't play about are my money, my business, and my family. You gave me negative energy towards me and Savannah that made me look unprofessional, and I don't like that. Did I already? Yep, I'm not there yet. Okay, so with the start of the conversation, Angela is like, first of all, I don't know what's going on here. That's not what I came here to do. I don't do drama. I'm a lead. I'm dead ass serious. I'm going to be in the middle of this. Let me go. I'm done with this. I don't do this. And it's kind of like, the hell, Angela? Why couldn't you just sit there? Because Cree did call you and Vanessa because usually there supposed to have been a conversation that you guys would have ahead of her to let her know what's going on. Excuse me, but I didn't like Angela's dramatic ass exit by saying she don't do drama, she don't do that. So the camera crew follows her out, and she said, first of all, why y'all following me? I'm fine. I'm good. Don't follow me. I'm just getting another bottle. Tanise gets up. She walks out, so she gives them the room. Like I said, she don't play about her business, her money, or her family. And yeah, I got that. So Tahiri's like, okay, well, I didn't say nothing negative about you. I never spoken nothing bad about you. So I don't know. When did I say you looked unprofessional? When? When I told Vanessa and she told you about how you didn't want me to plan your wedding. That's fine. You don't have to plan. I don't have to plan your wedding, but don't make it seem as if I'm the one with the issue because you have an issue with your family and you're taking it out on me. Granted, Cree, because throughout that season, Egypt was spilling false information to Savannah. Savannah told you. You did tell Savannah that this is a conflict. I am planning this woman's wedding. You're telling me about her situation, her relationship. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's not my place. So right now I'm going to tell Vanessa so that Vanessa can tell Tahiri so she doesn't know where I'm not coming from a messy place. I'm coming from I'm letting you know where my intentions are. I still want to plan your wedding and still be cool with you, but I'm not going to part of no messy stuff. Let me know where that lies. So, of course, Vanessa told Tahira, and she said, Savannah and Cree are on my shit list. I'm not dealing with them, and she will not plan my wedding because of this, okay? So, with that, Tahira, yeah, you did take your issues a little bit on the fact that Savannah and Cree didn't know about your situation when it wasn't their business. And I'm like, okay, Cree, I understand where you're coming from, right? But then Cree goes on and on about... oh wait, no, I'm not there yet. So that's where in the conversation kept going. Tahiri said, I thought we were friends. I thought we were moving forward. But again, I've never said nothing negative about you, towards you. I did nothing nothing. Sorry, nothing. And Tahiri is definitely over and tired of partaking in things that doesn't matter to her. If it's not fun and it's not work related, I don't care. But fine, go ahead. Because like I said, we had a good time. We laughed, we kikied. Then Cree said, you tend to be a bully sometimes. Like you bully Sam in Egypt. I said, bully? Who did TT bully? I've never seen TT bully nobody. So I'm so lost. Because she talked about when Tahiri clocked Sam's lack of income and Egypt and Sam's living situation. Then Cree decides to take it even further and call out Tahira and her fiance for moving into a property that her mother owns. I want to understand, Cree, where was that coming from? Why did you go that route pretty much to go hard at TT? Granted, you started off with your issue, but then you brought up Sam and Egypt's issue. Whose issue are we talking about again? You did not want you to look that unprofessional for getting involved in a situation that had nothing to do with you, right? That's cool. Dead that situation. But you going back at TT for talking about her family situation had nothing to do with you. You shouldn't have repeated that. And you made it even worse when you talked about how she's moving into a home that her mother owns. So so she's like, okay, why are you coming at me so hard? And how do you know where I live? What's going on? And Cree said, because you did on Twitter. You were doing a lot on Twitter. It flashes all the Twitters they were going back and forth. One was addressed to Sam because, of course, Sam keeps talking about Tahira left and right. And she said, okay, since you want to bring my name up so much, you want a moment. Okay, fine. My mother owns property. It's called success. And that's nothing wrong to be ashamed of. If her mother had a property and she gifted her daughter and her fiance and her brand new grandchild, I wouldn't have felt differently. I wouldn't have felt wrong about that. I wouldn't have felt that's a dig. That's a fucking blessing. So, Cree, you were wrong for doing that. And that led to it's not sitting with me in my spirit. That's the route that you chose to take. Okay. So we're going back and forth on Twitter, and she still feels like you bully your family. This is you not taking your issue, you taking your issues out on me and not dealing with your family. Okay, but of course Vanessa's still looking like, where is this coming from? And she stopped Cree and said, you know what, Cree? While I understand how you want it to be addressed, I don't think that Tahira is the bully. I think from witnessing that, she was the one that got bullied. She was the one that her family portrayed her to be out differently than what she actually is. We're going to go back to the season before that, where Sam created a rumor that TT wanted him, knowing damn well she didn't want that man. Could what was TT being to invest in Edith's business? Absolutely, but at the same point in time, she wasn't wrong. All the things that has been happening to Egypt is Sam's fault. So it was Sam's fault that the rift that's going on between Egypt and TT is Sam's fault, and Egypt is allowing it. So Cree just wants it to be known, I'm not a fake person. I'm gonna always say what I am, off camera, on camera, and we're not gonna do this, okay? Okay, so basically, just keep on saying, just keep on like talking about what position she doesn't want to be in, and how I don't want to be in your toxic bubble, but I do feel like they bully you, you bully them, and that's where it needs to be. But at the end of the day, I've been professional, and you tell me I'm not professional is messing up my business. She said, fine, okay, fine. Okay, cool. Got it. And Tahir feels like Cree is trying to justify her behavior by making it an issue with me. Granted, because that long game of telephone that she had to deal with was some bullshit. But at the same time, Cree, you also was a little bit messy when you looked at Sam's Spotify, right? Anyway, because I'm not going to have a kumbaya moment. So she's like, fine, that's fine. But at the same point in time, if this was such an issue for you, Cree, Titi said she gave you her number, and you could have called at any time if this was really that big of a deal, because I don't remember Titi ever saying anything else about it from that moment on, because she was dealing with a lot anyway. But okay, so Cree feeling like she said all she can say, but nothing was resolved. She gets up and walks out. That's where it's at. Egypt and Tretch. So they're sitting down. Tretch gives her a backpack for her belated birthday, and she wants to know what's going on. Egypt and Sam have moved out. They have their own place. Sam has entered fighting. She's also entered amateur UFC boxing. I don't know if she's serious or not, but okay. She also is going to get into acting because she needs some new headshots. Tretch, I heard they make great headshots at the penitentiary. Studying her. She was afraid of this conversation already. She said, what have you heard? Or I've heard what I haven't heard. That's what I've heard, what I haven't been told. So what's up? Retrace these steps. What's going on? So she says the world is making up darkness. The world is making things up, making it worse than what it was. Okay, so explain to me. What's up? Because she called his wife, explained the situation, but what led to the altercation? What led to that? So you said Sam was getting attacked. Someone was coming after him. But the way your brother told the story was completely different. Now she's saying the game of telephone is getting disconnected. Nobody's explaining it, right? Okay, so explain. What's up? They were on the strip. They were drinking. They got to the rooftop, realized they had too much to drink. They were trying to call an Uber. So he's like, he's listening. That makes sense. Continue. She realized the situation got out of hand when the fight happened. He said, "Were guns involved?" She said it was a whole lot that was surrounding Sam. Were there other guns involved? Tretch is like, I'm not hearing exactly the story. She's not telling me. She's not keeping it 100. So what's going on? Because I'm hearing two different stories from my children, and y'all not being 100 with me. I'm going to need y'all to fix it quickly, because y'all going to have a hard time reeling me back in to believe anything that you say again. So his wife says, when Sam comes around us, he acts a different way. Could it be that his past have caught up with him and he's got a bad rap because of it? Everybody's been saying this entire time, because Sam gets on my nerves. Sam gets on my nerves because Sam is operating on what it means to be a wannabe celebrity, basically, because he is leeching off of what Peppa and Egypt can provide for him, and he's making it worse for any of them to be considered anything again. You know what I'm saying? Because Egypt is in a land of milk and cookies of allowing what Sam has put her in. Because I don't know what sense would it make for you to enter yourself into an argument or a fight between your fiance and anybody else, you know? And she is pacifying, you know what I'm saying? She's acting like it's not a big deal, because they wondering, where is Sam? Sam's back at home, but he still got some things working out for the case itself. She doesn't even want to use those words. Is he out on bail? She don't want to talk about the details. She just wants to say, it's all good. Everything's fine. They're making it more than what it was. But his wife said, Tretch supports you and Sam. You know what I'm saying? He loves you, but you're his baby. You're his daughter. The more things are not going to be said, he don't even want to fool with Sam from this point. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky that he won't just come clean and cut your ass off, but he won't even deal with him. So, yeah, because he walked out because he wasn't getting the full story. He just getting bits and pieces because Egypt is definitely afraid to tell her father what actually happened, because it's going to expose more than what Sam already is. You know what I mean? So, tell me again, what's up? So they talk more about the story. They came out of nowhere. I know how bad it looks, but I realized that when we had too much to drink, I was going in and out. I cannot speak for Sam on what his headspace was, because we were both, drunk. Tretch said, you know what? We all young. We all did reckless things. We drunk, partied, had a good time, but your ass is grown. You grown. At some point, you need to realize what happened was dangerous and it should not happen again. Because at the end of the day, I go to more funerals than I go to graduations. Every person that's close to me always leaves. They're gone. If you cannot be 100 with me, at the end of the day, you're in America, you black. That is the only reason why a cop wouldn't hesitate to kill you. That's the only reason. So, play with me if you want to. And that was the end of the episode. Like, Tretch wasn't playing. And I'm not mad that he wasn't playing, because I feel like Tretch has been turning a blind eye to Sam antics for too long. It opened Tretch's eyes a little bit last season with what was going on all the way down to Egypt fighting Brianna, where she snuck Brianna, basically. Because hearing that from JoJo, hearing that Sam was the one being a cheerleader and not being the one to tell Egypt not to fight, it definitely turned a different look. It definitely changed the way that Tretch looked at Sam. Now we got this situation where there's a mugshot, there's a possible gun, there's counts of fighting. What is going on, and what has my daughter got into? This season is going to be really, really good. I will be continuing viewing it. But yes, y'all, that's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.